A great man once said, "The time is always right to do the right thing in tennis. You miss 100% of the tennis balls you don't hit." Life is not measured by the amount of breaths we take, but by the tennis matches that take our breath away. Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. My name is Fepeleenee, and I know what you're thinking. Sick Nike Elites. How can I put myself into a situation to where I can wear Nike Elites? It's pretty simple. Just play tennis. Come on, I'll show you how. You know, I've been playing tennis most of my life. More specifically, about 2 months, so I'm basically an expert. You know, they say tennis is the loudest sport. Loudest sport? How could that be? What a racket, am I right? Speaking of rackets, the first thing you want to do when playing tennis is choosing out your racket. For example, I have two. You can either go name brand and have Wilson, or you can go a little more creative and have autograph free swing. I'll use the stylish one from this video. Now that you have your racket, in order to actually start the game of tennis, the first thing you need to know is that's called a serve. And when you serve, the first thing you really want to do is you want to make sure that you're standing behind this white line. This white line marks the edge of the tennis court. And when you serve, now that you're behind this white line, first thing you do to serve is you throw the ball up in the air. And when you throw it up in the air, when it's at the highest point where it's not moving vertically anymore, you hit it with a perpendicular force to maximize its movement, like so. Now, depending on which side of the median you're on, you either want to hit it in the closest box to the left over there, on the other side of the net, or if I'm on this side, you want to get on the right. Essentially just the opposite side. Now that you know how to serve, you're going to want to know how to hit the ball back and forth. Basically the actual playing. And so, once you hit the ball's in motion now and the game is going on. And so you want to get in a nice stance to really maximize your movement from left to right. And so once you have a nice stance going on, you need to know the two basic types of strokes. There's the front hand, and there's the backhand. With the front hand stroke, you're going to start opening on the bottom, opening downward, like so. Because if you open upward like this, the ball will just go flying. Example. You don't want that to happen. And so, imagine you're slaying a dragon. When you slay the dragon, you want to slice up like that and get a nice, clean motion. Another easy way for the guys is if the ball's coming toward you, you want to like grab the booty and then hit the booty. Pretty simple. I'll have my assistant throw me a couple balls for it to be easy. Grab the booty, hit the booty. Grab the booty, hit the booty. Pretty simple stuff. Now that you know how to do front hand, you want to know how to do backhand. Backhand's pretty easy. It's essentially just the same thing. You hit with this hand, both hands on the racket, and you swing. And now you know what you're thinking. When do I use front hand and when do you use backhand? Use front hand when the ball is coming towards the side that you're dominant on. And use backhand when it's coming to the side that you're not dominant on. Hence the having both hands on the racket and it being called backhand. And other than that, it's essentially the same stroke. You want to open downward and you want to slay the dragon. Now that you know how to serve and hit the ball, you want to know how to keep score. Now, for simplicity's sake, we'll pretend I'm playing an imaginary game and against an imaginary opponent. And we'll call him Tanner Lehman. And if I'm playing Tanner Lehman, the game starts out love all, which is just 0-0. And it's called love all because tennis is really just a game of love. Anyways, when the game starts out and I hit it, if I hit the ball to his side and he's unable to hit the ball back over to my side before the ball bounces twice on his side, I get a point. And another way I can get a point is when he's serving and he's unable to serve 2 times in a row, I get a point. So if we're playing a game and I get the first point, which I would get, the score would be 15 love. And it would be 15 love only if I was serving. If he was serving, it would be love 15, because you always say your score first. And if I score again, it's 30 love. And again, it would be 40 love. And this is most likely what would happen because Tanner is awful at tennis. And if I were to score again without him hitting back, I would win the set, and the score for the match would be 1-0. But if you were somehow miraculously able to get any points, the score would be a little different. If, for example, we both had 15, it would be 15 all. If we both had 30, it would be 30 all. But if we both had 40, it would be a little bit different. It would be a deuce. And when you're in a deuce, if I get the point, I would have the advantage. If he gets the point, he has the advantage. Now, if I have the advantage, and I'm serving, I say add in. If he has the advantage and I'm serving, I say add out. If I get a point when I have the advantage, once again, I win the set, and the score for the match is 1-0. And the amount of sets in a match depends on really what you're trying to do. If you're novice, you're JV, you're varsity, or just what you're feeling like for a specific day. For this mock game, we'll say we had 10 sets, and I beat him in every single one because Tanner's awful at tennis. So now you know how to keep track of the score. And that's basically all there is to know about tennis. So go forth, my young Padawan. Go forth with a triumphant rage that only a tennis master could have. You see, when you hit the ball and you try and find the tennis ball, you really just find yourself. I wish I was already a tennis master, you might say. So do I. And so do all who live to see such times. But that is not for us to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the tennis balls that are given us.